Next on Be More to Do More podcast.
And today,
what we got?
it's an artist called Fridayy.
Not the day Friday.
Not the day Friday. He dropped an incredible album. It's one song in particular, Stand By Me.
Stand By Me, okay.
And I listened to this song, it became super clear on this needs to be the message to our leaders today.
Let's talk about it. When the last time you told somebody keep their head up cause you concerned about them. Stick and move, we can get it done. Call it unity, it ain't no way around it. Cultivating, we get motivation from the big guy, we don't play about them. Going hard for the game, showing love, don't tolerate hate around it. Sticking to keeping it real, we never keep up with the scope. Wanna be more than do more than most. Wanna be more than do more than most.
This episode is brought to you by Lucilla's Cleaning Service, where your cleanliness is our business. Now, this company specializes in commercial and residential cleaning. So if you want a free quote, be sure to reach out to their website at www.lucilascleaningservice.com.
What's happening, people? Welcome back to Be More to Do More podcast, where we help you to become the person you need to become to do the things you called to do. Your boy Tone in the building, and we got my boy H.
Henry Allen Harton.
What?
The third.
What?
Don't forget the 3.
No, that was my part, bro.
Oh, my bad.
Don't forget.
Let's rewind this.
Okay. Don't forget the. No, just playing.
So.
What's up, man? Hey, we here back in the building, man, having fun, man, and just loving it, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, man. What you got?
Beautiful day,
man. What you got?
Man, I think this gonna be one of the ones, man.
I know it is. That's why I'm so excited. I'm over here I'm smiling from ear to ear, bro. I'm just all right. So let me just tell y'all, man. I caught chills when we started this conversation, man. We just pray that the same happened for you. So we just gonna start. What we got, bro? What we got, man?
All
We got?
All right. Before I even get to that, so we're gonna start with the lyric, right?
Wait, hold on. There we go.
But before we get there, right? I want to kind of preface it by how we got here.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I mean, for the people that's watching this, that know Tone, right?
Tone. Yeah.
You know that Tone has a servant's attitude.
Oh man, don't make me cry on the pod. Man.
He's finding a way that he can add value to the people that are around him.
Oh man, hey, I appreciate that, brother.
And I don't know, it just reminded me. Obviously, I kind of think the same way or similar way of right. How can I add value, right? But to see that, and I was like, we need to talk about servant leadership.
Let's do it.
And
servanthood.
Yeah, servanthood, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
But I was like, well, I'm like, okay, we got a lyric, right? And I'm like, what lyric can go with that, right?
Right.
And today,
what we got?
Recently, Fridayy. It's an artist called Fridayy.
Not the day Friday.
Not the day Friday. Mm-hmm. Well, it actually named itself after the day Friday. It just added an extra Y to it. But he dropped an incredible album.
Bars.
Incredible album.
Right.
And it's one song in particular that I'm like, oh, that's one of the ones. But
right.
After I experienced your servanthood.
My servanthood.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, hey man, come on.
And I listened to this song, it became super clear on this needs to be the message to our leaders today.
All right.
So
let's talk about it.
So lyric of the week. Actually, lyrics is because it's really the whole first verse.
Okay.
That I really want to kind of go through, and it may take a little lengthy.
Hey man, let's do it.
But it's gonna be. It's gonna be. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read through it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk through. I guess his perspective.
Okay.
And this from a story that I saw of him.
Right.
And we're gonna tie it all back to just leadership and being a servant leader and
right,
all that stuff. So that's a little bit of a map for today.
Right.
So first and foremost, I'm not gonna do this song any justice, but we're gonna try, right?
You finna sing it for us, bro?
I started to, what I'm saying? I got, get my Luther Vandross song,
Same, man.
Nah, but All right, so the song starts like this, right? I know I ain't perfect, but I'm still gonna try.
Okay.
No matter what they throw my way, I'm still gonna fight. Even when it all went left, I still did you right.
Wow.
I know that you in the wrong, but I'm still gonna ride for you. I wish I could sing this thing, but how you leave me in the dark when I gave you light? Let you put the blame on me, throw away my pride.
Wow.
You could be a million miles, but I'm still gonna slide for you.
Wow.
You already know I need you by my side.
Man, that's
and then
deep.
It goes into the hook, right?
That's deep.
Stand by me.
Stand by me. Okay.
And so this is, and I'm sure this is not I'm sure this is not the reason that he wrote this song, but
right.
In my opinion. So he gave a story. He talked about a story on. So for those who don't know Fridayy,
right?
Fridayy is a relatively new artist.
Okay.
From Philly.
Right.
His parents are Haitian.
Right.
Right. Or at least his mom is, and he was on the actually how Be More to Do More started.
Yeah. My favorite record, bruh.
God did.
Yes.
So he did the hook on there.
Right.
And it's like this soulful voice. Like this dude has this super soulful voice.
I thought it was in the mix or something.
Yeah, like you think it's like some type of AI or something like,
right.
But that's, right. I mean, dude, he's consistently, I don't know, maybe it is, I don't know, but like,
right.
He kills it.
Yeah.
Kills it.
Yeah.
But he's talking about that track and how, he let DJ Khaled hear it.
Right.
And DJ Khaled was like, no, I need this.
Wow.
And he was like, no problem, because at this point he was writing songs for people. He had his own tracks or whatever, but he was known for more so writing music. And
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was. Not even on God Did, bro, until he came out with a song on Lil Baby album. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I think Khaled told him he had three artists on it or whatever,
right.
And rumors circulating around who's gonna be the 3 artists, and
right.
But he knew, like, basically, Jay-Z ended up being on the song. I think he had got inkling that Jay-Z was gonna be on it, and he left this crazy verse.
Right.
But in his mind, right, like, there's no way that Khaled leaves him on this song.
Right, yeah.
With him, being an artist that's not really known.
Yeah.
And you're going to put him on his, like, pretty much his first song that he's out, he's going to be on it with Jay-Z. Like,
that's crazy. It's
not going to happen, right?
That's crazy.
You know how the industry is, right?
Yeah.
So it ends up happening. Right? And I think when I hear these lyrics,
right.
I think about it from his perspective, right? It's like,
right.
No matter what they throw my way, I'm still gonna fight. Like, even though these are my lyrics, these are my words,
right? It
doesn't matter if you leave me on this song or not, because I'm gonna kill this opportunity,
right?
Because it's gonna open up doors, even though I'm not singing on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I just think that, like, you could put the blame on me, throw away my pride. Like, for him to be able to have that type of mentality to know, like, okay, they might take me off,
right?
But I'm still gonna have, like. And I think there's a lot of leaders that have to put away their pride, because at the end of the day, it's not about you.
No.
It's not about how you feel. It's about your team, and it's about your people, man.
Man, that gives perspective as to just his paradigm, man. His demeanor. Like, here it is. I'm not really sure, because think about, like, I want to say an average person. Nah, man, I want to be on this song.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, nah, this my song. Nah, bro. Nah, you gonna leave me on, bro? I'm off.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure he just saw the bigger picture. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure when he wrote the song, like, I'm pretty sure how attached he was to the song. I'm pretty sure he was attached to that song.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And just to let it go, like,
because he had planned on putting it on his album,
right? Yeah, and to let it go,
mm-hmm.
And DJ Khaled, leaving him on, which was respectful.
Yeah,
but who else was gonna sing that though?
Right.
Who else was graced and anointed to sing that song?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But the fact that he had no problem just releasing it and letting it go, mm-hmm. shows what he's all about, just like as a person,
mm-hmm.
True servanthood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, that letting it go, bro.
Yeah, but like you talked about, right? The bigger picture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And all my doobies out there.
Doobies.
You have to see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Because like, if you can understand.
Oh, okay.
If you can understand that when your team wins,
Right.
you win,
Right.
you will go further than you ever thought that you ever could.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Because again, it's not about getting all the glory, and it's not about like it's about the end result.
Man.
And if the end result is somebody else that you put in on wins, and again, that goes back to like the servanthood. Like,
Right.
if I can make you look good, if I just played a little small part, right?
Right.
Like, that's going to, make the biggest difference.
That's true. You said something key. You said you have to see the bigger picture. My question is, how do you do that? How do you see the bigger picture?
Okay, that's a good question.
It's the answer. You said the answer too, though.
All right, what's the answer?
How do you see the bigger picture? You have to remove yourself from it.
Oh, dang, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if you're in the picture, then you...
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
See what I'm
Look
saying?
at you, boy.
Like, no, real
Bars.
talk. Hold on, let me give myself bars. Yeah. You got to remove yourself from it, man. Like, a lot of people, like, I know, like, when God okay, so let me give you your flowers. You gave me my flowers, man. So real talk, man, like, be more to do more was like a hashtag I started like in 2017.
Okay.
So
You're looking at me for the answer. I don't got it.
but it was just something that was just dropped in my spirit. I didn't know what it was, right? So I just always hashtag be more to do more.
Yeah.
Like, it was nothing, man. But if y'all don't know, man, like, bro he's a for real coach, man. So I know for years I've been coming to him with all these ideas, like, yo, I got this idea. And I know every time you see me, he probably like, man, you got another one, bro? Like, what? Like, but what I do, what I've been doing is just filtering my ideas. Like, you have to find somebody that you can filter your ideas through, so you can kind of make adjustments. You know what I mean? So I always did that. So I think this last time, about a year and a half ago, I said, man, I got this idea. But it had nothing to do with like be more to do more, right? I said, man, I've been dropping these, like little clips on Instagram, and I was like, I might just run with it, but I be hashtagging be more to do more. But I thought, man, I'm like, I think it's something bigger than this, man, like a network or something, man. I don't know what it is. And this thing has been brewing in me for like a few months. It was right when Chrisanne was pregnant, like the beginning of 2021, 2020, what we had? 2022. And it's been brewing. And then I thought about it. I was like, is it a podcast or is it a network? But honestly, bro, I ain't see nobody else helping me with this but Henry A. Harden III. Let me tell you why. Because we talk about servicehood, right? And we talk about servanthood, and we talk about, like, him and I, we always had the same, I want to say, ideation. Is that a word?
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna run with it.
I like it. It's part of your top 5, so it works.
yeah. We had the same ideation. We had the same perspective when it comes to servanthood, business. Now we operate totally different,
right?
Two totally different human beings,
right?
But our mission and our goals align, right? And I was like, yo, every time I talk to him, like we have these goals, and we just want to do something for the people, and I knew the vision was bigger than me, and I know that it's not even my vision. You know what I mean? So I would come to him like, yo, what do you think about? Or what are your ideas? Or what are your visions? Like, what do you see yourself? Because he always asks me, what do you see yourself doing and such and such? So I asked him, like, what do you see, bro? And I kid you not, he said, man, like, I want to help individuals, like, do podcasts and stuff like that. He didn't want to be on the camera at all.
Right.
So he was like, I just want to help people, establish themselves, in front of the camera, podcasts. I'm really good at that stuff. And I'm like, me too, right? It's a servanthood thing, man. So I knew then that this vision was bigger than me. So I'm I was like, okay, bro, you have to, you know, we got to get together and kind of like formulate some things. Mm-hmm. What I'm getting at is that it's not really like, I can't really say that when it comes to be more to do more, I can't say that, I'm not going to say it because I just feel weird saying it, but I can't say that I started be more to do more. I'm not going to say that.
I can.
No. I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not going to say that because it feels weird. But what I am going to say that when God gives you a vision, you have to understand that you don't own that vision. You know what I mean? And the vision is so much bigger than you. You really can't see the full puzzle, you know, if you constantly looking at the one piece, which is your piece. So having him to come on and then just, you know, like when he came on, man, it's just like, and then it unlocks something else. You know what I mean? So like when you team up with people, like things begin to unlock and you begin to see like a grand scheme, like, you know, it just that type of thing, man. But what I'm saying is you cannot put yourself in the forefront of the vision. You know, you just can't, man. Like, I don't mind taking a back seat. He didn't mind taking a back seat. So he was like, who's going to be up front?
Right.
Hey, we going to do this thing together, man. We just going to servanthood it all the way out, man.
Yeah.
But I just want to bring that and kind of incorporate that in the story, man, because I know we going through the song.
Yeah. So let's start right. Let's start right. Like,
yeah.
I know I ain't perfect, but you know I'm still going to try.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think even like I don't know, man. Like, okay, like, if you're a top performer,
right,
you know, like down in your heart that nothing's ever gonna be perfect.
Yeah, right.
But you're still gonna try to make it perfect.
Man, what?
Right. Like, and I think that's a mentality of a top performer is like, no matter what is going on, man, we're gonna try to figure out how can we perfect this thing, or maybe it's even a process that you want to perfect.
Yeah. That's what it is.
The execution may not be 100%,
right?
But the idea,
right,
is perfect in its thought,
right. Yeah.
So I really like that first part of that lyric where it's, you know, I know I ain't perfect, but you know I'm still gonna try, and it's like almost like, as leaders, you have to let the people know that around you know, like, this is what I expect. Right. Like, I know that you're not going to be perfect at it 100% of the time, but I expect you to be. Right. Because if you miss on this, it's going to affect all these other things. Right. And we're not going to get the results that we want to get to.
See, we got to break that down a little bit.
All right.
We got to. Okay, so I just came into this realization 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Somewhere in my head, man, it's like when you do something and it don't work out, I mean, that ain't for you. You know what I mean? But I just got this a couple of years ago, man. Like, nah, that's not what winners do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Number one, you just have to find something that you're passionate enough to keep going. You know, that's number one. But because there may be some things that's just not for you, you know, and if you ain't got the tenacity to keep going, then it may not be for you. Yeah. But there's a point in your life where you're going to get to a point where you just, I have to figure this out. I have to figure this out. And I got to a point like 2 years ago where I'm like, nah, this is it. And when you say this is, it's like marriage. Right. You know, right. Like, you ain't perfect, but I'm going to get there. Right. You know what I mean?
They'll do your part.
But to say I'm going to get there, though, it takes a lot of, again, tenacity, a lot of passion, and it takes a lot of discipline to be consistent to reaching that perfection, because my execution may not be there, but if I keep going, it's going to get there. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, it's going to happen. Right. You know what I mean? Right. So my mindset changed from, maybe it ain't for me, to like, nah, this going to happen. It's going to happen. And then you get to the point where you start to see other people like, maybe it's not for, you know what I mean? Maybe it's not for you. I don't know. You know, nah, it's going to happen, bro. But yeah, I had to get into that, man.
No, I like that. I think that's step one, right? You knowing that it's going to happen.
Knowing it's,
like, regardless, it's going to happen.
Knowing it's going to happen.
So the next lyric, right? No matter what they throw my way, you know I'm still going to fight, right? Like, even when it all went left, I still did you right. And like, I'm telling you, man, like, it reminds me, again, this is a shout out to my company, right, that I work with, right?
Company.
Because when COVID happened,
Right.
you know, a lot of businesses went out. Like a lot of businesses just, you know, went under, right? A lot of, you know, whatever, right?
Right. Right.
And even when it went left, things, you know, they still did, like, even when it all went left, they still did you right.
Yeah.
And I think, like, so what happened was they still guaranteed our pay.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
I don't know, I think that's like special because it's like we're not going to we know that you have families, you have bills, you have all these things.
Right.
We know that the business is not, you know, doing what
Right.
it could do or needs to do or whatever.
Right.
But we're still gonna do right by you, and really, I guess maybe I don't know if you call that right by you or whatever, but like we're still gonna pay you
Right.
what you were, you know, getting paid over the last 12 months. Like
Right.
that'll be your guaranteed pay.
Right. Right.
I don't know, and I think that's like, as a leader, right? Like you have to understand that like it's not always gonna. This is why I hate. This is why I ain't gonna say hate. Maybe hate is a real strong word, but like
I hate it, man. God. Nah, go ahead.
people always talking about, man, that ain't fair.
Right.
Like, man, that ain't fair. Like,
What is fair?
Yeah,
Anyway.
like I don't think it's fair that they can do this. I don't think it's fair that this person can do this. And
Right.
like, it ain't about being fair.
Right.
Like, it's just about figuring out what works.
That's true.
And like, forget being fair. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing fair about leadership.
Right.
Quote, you know.
Fairness is. I just got out of that too, bro. Fairness is subjective. You know what I mean?
What you mean?
It's subjective. Well, I mean, we're people with partiality and biased perspectives. So what we consider fair is unfair, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why the Bible talks about God being impartial. That's why He's perfect, because He see the whole board. We only see a speck. You know what I mean? So what we see is only what we choose to see sometimes. So we would say that that's unfair based upon our own biased opinions. Yeah. So yeah, it's subjective.
Dang, that's real. Yeah, fair is okay. All right,
Yeah.
I like it.
But I wanted to get into your company though.
Okay.
Are you about to switch topics?
Now keep going. You go ahead.
I like your company, man, because you know I want your company to come through.
Well, you silly.
And because one you mentioned, so I thought you was going a different route when you say that they treat the employees right. Because I remember one story you told me that even through the pandemic they treated the customers right.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like I forgot what it was, but you told me one of the higher ups was talking about customer service and how even through the pandemic that was the forefront of, you know, their minds. And just I keep wanting to say ideation. Oh, that's on my heart this morning.
Just keep saying this. Word of the day.
Ideology. Ideology. I like your company's ideology is pretty much servanthood. You know, to keep the customers up front. And so you saying that they're treating see, they got it. They treating the customers right and the employees right. They ain't gonna fail, bro.
What's so crazy, right? You know, I saw I don't know if I want to do another episode on this or what. And I saw it the other day though, and I was like, "Ooh, this would be a good topic though." But
What's that?
Like sometimes companies focus on doing instead of being, right? And so like as a company, you're so focused on the tangible things that like, okay, where are financials? You know, you know. What's our market share? What's, you know, all these different things that kind of, you know, what you do, like, you know, versus they don't focus on the founding values and like, okay, who do we want to be? Like when things hit the fan, because they will hit the fan.
That's true.
What are our foundational beliefs of this company? And I think that's the thing that separates the company that I'm with is our founding value is we take care of each other and our customers, and profits will follow.
Is your company private?
Private.
Oh, that's why.
Private.
Yeah. You public. You got to worry about them shareholders and all that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
Dang. That's why I rock with Jarvis. Shout out to Jarvis. Jarvis Relevant. He talks a lot about branding. brand value means a lot, because brand value is who you are as a company. You know, like it goes far beyond. I mean, logo, of course, imaging is good, but it's about what are you doing for the people,
right?
And how do people perceive you,
right?
Shout out to McDonald's, man.
McDonald's,
bruh.
Yay, McDonald's. Yay,
McDonald's. I mean, you can feel how you feel about McDonald's, but yeah, never mind. That's another conversation. I noticed they cater.
My wife don't like McDonald's outside of breakfast.
Yeah, I noticed
if I come home with a Big Mac, she gonna cuss me out.
Let me ask you a question though. Let me ask you a question, right? So if you drive by McDonald's, will Hank or Mason say something?
They have in the past, but it's not like we don't really go to Happy Meal.
Okay, because I noticed their brand, because I watched the movie. What's that movie?
The Founder.
Yeah, they cater to families. So it's like they raise our kids in a sense. Like you can have parties, and so it's ingrained in the kids' mind. So when they see that
McDonald's parties, So
when you see that kids, ooh, Happy Meal, or McDonald's. Yeah. Anyway, the brand. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that.
I was about to say, where you going with that one?
Brand value, man. That's just who the company is. Like how people perceive who the company is. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a big company too, so it's one of the founding companies. Is it one of the founding companies here? They're on the Dow Jones. Anyway, we're going far left with that, but we'll stick with what we.
Hey, you the finance guy on the. All right, so let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
I know that you in the wrong, but I'm still gonna ride for you. I'm gonna pause there because like
that hit hard, bro.
So all right, this is so layered, man. I'm telling you, like
that hit.
It takes me so many different places, but
that hits. I'm even in marriage.
Yeah,
but go ahead, bro.
So okay, so my wife, she probably hate me for this because like I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, I'm not the type of person that's gonna like. I'm not gonna like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, you know how like something happens,
right?
And if somebody's wrong about something, I'm gonna tell them they're wrong about it,
right?
And I might do it in that moment,
right?
Because I just don't believe in like
empathy,
huh?
You know, empathize.
Well, you know, okay, like back in the day, right?
Right.
If you and your homeboys are out. Oh, we ain't talked about this. We ain't talked about this yet.
Okay.
But the Alabama brawl, right? The Montgomery brawl, right?
Oh, yeah.
There was one guy,
right,
that started that whole thing.
Okay.
Like, yeah, there was a group of guys, but like it was the one guy that like squared up with that guy.
Right.
And they ended up getting embarrassed because they didn't stop him in that moment and be like, hey, dude, like, you're just drunk. Like, you know, everybody got that one drunk friend. Like, you just drunk. Just step back, right?
Right.
Like, what happened was he ended up fighting the dude, and you know, and then they all jumped in. You know,
right.
riding for their homeboy,
right.
And and then the swarm came, right? Like, you know, Aquaman, swam across the river to get there, right?
Hey, bro was tired too.
You know, you got Unc with the chair came, and like, gosh. You know, like it's you got the staff look like they into it too. They you know, like it's like, and I get all that. Like if somebody's in a situation, like I look at it from the other side of it, like okay, like maybe I don't know. I just look at it from a different perspective. But like in my opinion, that first guy, that white dude that you know started with the security guard, that squared up with the security guard. His friend should have stopped him and pulled him away.
Well, yeah, only you can say that.
Why you say that?
Not everybody has a Henry A. Hardin III with them.
But
if that makes sense.
But but I think that, again, there's another side of this, though, right?
What's that?
Because, okay, what is it? We have to change the perspective on what does it look like to ride for somebody, in my opinion. Like that don't mean that I co-sign your foolishness. That means that, like, if there's anything that's going on, like for example, right? Like I give you story time, right?
Wait, hold on.
Story time.
Well, let me just say this before you go into that. You do have to understand that nobody's over there was thinking logically, right?
Oh yeah, they all drunk. Yeah,
okay,
for
cool.
Sure.
So that's what I mean by not everybody.
But that's what I'm saying, right? Like if your default is let me protect my person, right, in a different way,
and you drunk, yeah, you won't go there
because you're like. It won't. I don't know. I don't drink, so
see. Okay, I didn't want to say. I didn't want to say it.
Let me not go there.
Hold on. I didn't want to say it, you guys.
You're right. Because you're right. Because
I didn't want to say it.
When that liquor get in you, just get a little.
I didn't want to say it, guys. But not everybody has Henry A. Hardin III with them. You know how we introduce Henry? Oh, this is Henry. He doesn't drink. And we have a 10-minute conversation about why he don't drink.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know if I should be saying this, but I'm saying it. But whatever.
It's all good.
Nah, go ahead.
But
if they did have a Henry Hardin, then I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. And all right, so this is a story, right? So I had I got a branch manager, right?
Okay. Just
transitioned to a new position.
Right.
And man, this particular customer, unfortunately, every time she comes to see it just luck of the draw, it just doesn't go right.
Right.
And there are some things that maybe we could have done differently to kind of prepare to, whatever, right?
Right.
But the reality of it is when I had a conversation with that customer, I'm protecting, like, hey, I want to apologize for your experience. Definitely not typical of us. And I'm riding for that branch manager because I know that that's not their intentions. Right. And hey, I understand the perception of it. I can assure you that this isn't the case. I can assure you that that's why I'm calling you, because they brought me into the boat on what happened, and they care about your experience. Like, so I can, like, that's what it looks like to me to have somebody's back. I know that you're in the wrong, but I'm still gonna ride for you. Like, you may be in the wrong on certain things, but that doesn't mean your intentions are wrong. Right, that's true. And that's the part where I feel like we gotta grow it as a people. Right, is like, look at somebody's intentions, and if their intentions are good, you gonna like ride for them still. But like if they just on some foolishness, you gotta pull them back. You gotta let them know. Yeah, in that moment. Yeah. In that moment. Right. Like don't fight the freaking on the river, and what I'm not again. I know they're drunk, but still, I'm just saying, like, but like, don't create this bigger issue, because that's how people get killed. Yeah, that's true. Like, they pride and ego, right? Like, get in the way, right? And that's how people get killed. So I just, in my opinion, right, we got to be able to, we got to grow. We got to grow to, to the point where, what was your intention? Right. And we can explain that. Right. I ain't finna co-sign your foolishness. Right. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, people know I ain't gonna co-sign their foolishness. I don't live by street code no more. I'm not. Look, I'm telling. Yeah, but that's our culture though, right? Like, our culture is, no matter what's going on, I got your back. No matter what you did, no matter what wrong you did, like, I got your back, and that's just not maturity. Well, I got your back, but as we talking about, that looks different for me though. Right. You know what I mean? Right. Me having your back is in regards to me caring about your total well-being. Right. You know what I mean? Like, if I feel like you're putting yourself in harm's way, I'm going to pull you back. I'm like, yo, you've been reckless. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or if you're, just acting foolish, and you're creating all this rah-rah, I'm, hey, look, that don't look good on you. You know what I mean? Yeah. In that regard, but I'm going to, well, yeah, in that regard. I just say in that regard. Yeah. In that regard. Now, you did a great job of cleaning up what I was trying to say, so I appreciate it. That's what you were saying? Yeah, no, you did it great. Like you simplified that. Okay. Like total being, right? Yeah, total being. Okay. Yeah, you gotta. What's the best thing for that person in general? I got another perspective. All right, talk to us. What you got? Man. So I look at that on a macro scale too. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of micro, like in dealing with situationals, right? Mm-hmm.
So, okay, in leadership, God give you a vision, right? We talked about this. And you are leading from that vision. Well, Moses, prime example, leading from a vision, leading from the direction of God, but the people are not believing and having faith. So they're acting out in that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
They may be cussing Moses out. Bro, you tripping? I'm going back to Egypt. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't saying what you saying. I ain't trying to see what you see. I ain't trying to hear what you hear, you know. But Moses kept walking. I mean, he did get mad and, you know, smoked the rock and...
Smoked the rock?
Well, smoked. Like, hit the rock and... It just... and
hit the rock?
Yeah.
It just keep all these crack references on.
I didn't say smoke. I said smoked.
What?
That's a Bible word, man.
Okay.
That's a Bible word. Let me stop using Bible.
It's Reverend. We don't need that here.
Smoking rock. Nah, but real talk. But like, as a leader too, like, you're gonna get, because you see the bigger picture, you're gonna get a lot of backfire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just talking to leaders out there, man, I know it's tough, it's hard. Your emotions may be on the table because they don't see what you see, but just keep riding. You know what I mean? Just keep riding. Like, just keep going. And then eventually they'll begin to see. And that's even a learned experience, a learned lesson too, because as leaders, sometimes we don't know. You know what I mean? But I think we're about to get into the dark part or something like that.
Yep. That's the next. That's the next thing. So
sometimes we don't know, but just keep going, and you might get this flack from the people who's following you. It might hurt, but just keep going. You know, you'll get there. Yeah.
So next part of the verse is how you leave me deep in the dark when I gave you light. I let you put the blame on me. I threw away my pride.
Oh.
And
you hitting some nerves.
Yeah. So like, how you leave me deep in the dark when I gave you light. And I think like we kind of talked about when we talked about the 4 mental enemies and attrition and all that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And man, sometimes, man, like it's crazy, yo. It's crazy because like you have this you may have this vision, right, of how you expect things to go, and then this person quits on you or this person leaves or whatever it is, and it's like, shoot, like
I thought you was about to curse, but go ahead.
Nah, come on now.
I was like, I was waiting on it. Like, go ahead.
And and you pour all this stuff into people though,
right?
And you pour all this stuff, and it's like, dang man, you just like left me and I'm trying to give you light, and you just left me in the dark. So like, where do I go from here, right?
Right.
And I let you put the blame on me, throw away my pride. And I think like when people leave you as a leader, you cannot like look at them like they're the problem.
Right.
You got to throw away your pride. Like, shoot.
Yeah, they're gonna blame you anyway.
What could I have done better? We kind of talked about that before, but like, what could I have done better?
Right.
For you wouldn't even been in a spot where and that's what makes you a better leader. Right. Is when you don't have somebody that's going to, or you correct the things that have made people leave you in the dark.
Makes sense. And they might talk crap about you. I mean, do you go back and respond? You know what I mean?
One thing I can't stand, man, and I can't stand this, and it's just for all our business owners out there. If somebody leaves you a Google review and it's a 1-star, 2-star, whatever star that you don't like, do not go back and forth with that person.
Right.
On that, like, don't do that. Like, don't try to explain yourself. And like, I see that, and I'm like, I will never do business with you. Right. I will never do, because like, from your perspective, you may be right. Right. That this person had an idea or something, and they changed their idea, and and they try to then they wanted their money back, and and you weren't gonna give it back, whatever it is. Like, it's just like, it may be something that they did. Right. But you don't need the world to know. You know what I'm saying? You don't have
the
to
whole story.
Yeah.
So what are you suggesting in that?
Just take the L. Like,
so don't say nothing.
I ain't gonna say don't say nothing, but
Okay. I'll say, thanks for your feedback.
yeah, like, hey, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Feel free to give me a call at blah blah so we can discuss. Or shoot me an email to support at blah blah blah.
Right.
Y'all probably already talked about it. To be honest with you, you're a small business owner. You probably already talked about
Let's talk
about it. But that's it's just that platform, or that's not the platform to have that conversation or to defend yourself.
Nah. Because
people think like, oh man, this person gave me a 1-star review.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna people are not gonna do business with me. Right.
Right.
But the reality of it is, people are looking for those like little reviews to figure out what happened. Like I look at
so I think a different perspective on that too though.
Mm-hmm.
I think because I do too. Mm-hmm. Like when I see those 1-star reviews, I see all these. What happened? Because I'm looking for I'm looking for what could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not looking to say I don't want to do business. I'm looking to say, okay, if this goes bad,
can I deal with it?
Can I handle this? So if I see a cut now, I have seen reviews where the company would eloquently put what happened. Mm-hmm. Hey, we reached out to you several times. Such and such. If you need such and such, reach back out to such and such. I like those type of.
Yeah, I think if you got an elegant way that you can express that.
Right.
But I'm talking about the people that just be throwing the customer under the bus.
Oh,
like like, well, you said, I did that because you did this and
that's elementary.
I don't think that's okay for you to lead this review. I'm like, nah.
Y'all arguing. On Google,
right?
On Google review, bro. Really?
Right.
Yeah. Come on, man. Come on. I get what you're saying. Like they're displaying unbiased emotions. Mm-hmm. So it just looks like okay. Yeah.
Like,
so I feel like if I was to do business with you, I have to walk on eggshells.
Right. Yeah. Right. Or if it went wrong, I know that you ain't gonna own it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So why would I ever Yeah, you may have a great product and you may have a great service,
right?
But why would I choose to spend my money with you?
Yeah,
when
true.
if I don't get the service or the experience that I thought I was gonna get,
right?
You're gonna be that way,
right?
Nah, I'm good.
Right,
I spend my money somewhere else.
Right, that's true. That's cool, man. That's all I got for that.
So, and it's the last couple lines, right? You could be a million miles, but I'm still gonna slide for you. You already know I need you by my side, and I'm gonna include this one last part that's in the hook. I just need a little more time.
Oh,
like stand by me. I just need a little more time.
That's what I was looking for. Okay,
and
cool.
you hit on it. I was trying to write it down, but you hit on it where you talked about. I don't know. You said patience. I can't remember exactly what you said, but like
right, it was ideation.
You definitely said that, right?
I'll just play. Go ahead.
And that's the thing, right? Is like, just hold on, like long enough,
right,
like to experience what you need to experience,
right?
So you can get over the hump.
That's true.
Like just stand. Like I promise you,
right?
I promise you, I'm gonna get you to the next level,
man.
But you got to make the adjustments,
man.
You gotta grow a little bit more,
right?
But just stand by me,
man,
and we're gonna get you there.
Stand by. I thought you was talking about the other stand.
I can make anybody to a 6-figure earner. That's how I feel. That's just how I feel. I can make anybody, but that person has to be coachable, and they have to make the adjustments.
Right. So you said, what was the last part of that verse? You said,
you could be a million miles, but I'm still gonna slide for you.
Okay.
You already know I need you by my side. Won't you stand?
There you go. Okay.
And I just need a little more time.
I just need a little more time. Nah, because at the end of the day, man, like when you are in leadership, you're still on a journey.
Mm-hmm.
100%. As well as the people who are with you. You got to understand too. Like, I think it's twofold. It's twofold. You've been in leadership. You're still learning. You're still growing. And then you have the people you're you're leading, they're still learning and growing. I think if we just have some type of empathy for one another and just understand, like, okay, this part as people, you know what I mean? Like, understand that who you're leading are still learning, but with that in mind, you can always be the example. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, God put you in leadership for a reason. Maybe you experienced something already, but you have to, just like God give you grace, you have to give the person you're leading grace to. You have to understand that, hey, they're going through this, and just kind of relate with them with that. I see you're going through this. Hey, I dealt with this. This is how I overcome. Or even you may be going through something in a leadership position,
Right.
and they're watching you. You know what I mean? And, just explaining to be humble. Hey, I ain't perfect.
Yeah.
I'm still learning. Hey, but this is the outcome that we're looking to have.
Right.
When we reach this, then, I'm pretty sure they have the grace to know that, okay, this person stuck it out.
Yeah.
They stuck through it. I got a scripture.
Oh, scripture.
Scripture of the week. There we go. God is... Actually, man, we've been spending time. We spent some time on this scripture on one of the podcasts, Habakkuk. We're going back to it. Habakkuk 2.
About to get back on the road. In my head, I just got to say it.
In my head, just got to say it. Habakkuk, we're going to start at 2. I just really want to read 3. It says, write down the revelation, make it plain on tablets, so that they put herald. This is the NIV version. May run and read it. You know what a herald is in the Old Testament?
Harold and Kumar. No, I don't.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Okay. No, it's like
I think it's like a movie or something. But
no, it's back then. They like the people be outside. Hear ye. They tell the news like in the town city.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay.
Oh, is that what they call? It's HERALD.
HER. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did. It's like newspapers are called that.
Yeah.
Are called heralds.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Some news, like some newspaper maybe like the Herald or whatever.
Right. That's what they used to do back in the day. Actually, if you go back to when Jesus talked about preaching and stuff like that in the New Testament, that's what that is. Like, a preacher is a herald, pretty much. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway. The scripture I was getting to, for the revelation awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and will not prove false. Though it linger, wait for it. It will certainly come. It will not delay. So, you being in leadership, it all comes down to patience. And I think that once we're going back there, right? Once you have patience, and I'm learning this myself, like even in my household, I think once you learn patience, then everybody else who's paying attention and watching, they kind of follow suit. You know what I mean? So we have patience with one another, stick it through one another. The time is going to come where, you achieve what you want to achieve, and you would see the vision come to light. But you just got to have patience with one another, stick it through, and just be an example of what that is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's what I got.
That's
what I got, bro.
Yeah, I guess we can end it on just.
We got to go, man.
I mean,
God, dang, bro. All right, man.
I think again, the reality of it is, what type of leader do you need to be?
Right.
And there's different type of leadership styles, right?
Right.
You got people that are passive, people that are aggressive, people that are assertive, whatever, right?
Right.
But I think, in my opinion, right, you should always be, and again, kind of like the song says, right, like, put the blame on me, right? You should always be in a spot where no matter what goes on, it's your fault. Right. As a leader.
I don't know why that was funny to me.
It's true.
Right? What goes on, it's your fault.
It's your fault. It's your fault. But also, when you're in a room and you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to drive impact or whatever,
right?
Just serve. Just see what the hole is, and figure out how you can plug that hole and just serve, and just be patient Like it's gonna work out. Like
Right. Yeah.
I just need a little more time.
Yeah. That's what we was going with that.
That's it, man. Just need a little. Like if you do that, if you serve, in my opinion, right? If you serve, and like eventually it'll click for your team.
Right.
Eventually.
Right.
Like just stay consistent with serving them.
That's it.
Stay consistent in it, and like they'll realize that, man, this person all right.
Yeah. Aye.
And then you'll be able to get them to where they want to go,
Right.
because they believe in you as a leader.
I agree, bro.
Boom.
Boom.
Bars. Bars.
Yeah, man. We good?
Good.
Y'all be sure to like, share, subscribe to this information. Hit the bell.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell, man. Let's get this information out of here. We got some things coming up, man. We got some things rolling out. Y'all be sure to stay tuned, man. Tune in with us. Lock in with us. Comment. My brother always talking about comment, man. Y'all
Yeah,
make sure
man.
y'all comment, man. And I think we out. We out.
All
right.
Stick and move, we can get it done. Call it unity, it ain't no way around it. Cultivating, we get motivation from the big guy. We don't play about him. Going hard for the game, showing love, don't tolerate.